What's up, mobile gamers? It's Dronzer Gigs back with another video. This one is super crazy. We got a lot to talk about. I know I said I wasn't going to do a video today, but I'm going to move it and we're going to not do a video tomorrow on Saturday so that we can talk about this because it's pretty crazy. We're going to have a late night tonight as far as homework goes, but I want to talk to you guys about what is coming, and that is the mid-season update, and it's honestly really crazy. Now, the first thing that they're going to do is all the heroes no longer have second ultimates. So when you have Skady and she has her, I don't even remember what it's called, but her second ultimate here, Wanna Dance, right? You're not going to have that anymore. So they're removing second ultimates and they're adding second abilities. So from 5v5, you have heroes that already have some second abilities like Skady, and she's going to be getting her little jump, you know, her jump flip thing, and that is going to be her second ability. So she'll have two abilities in one ultimate and no second ultimate. So no more second ultimates, you get your second ability, which is pretty crazy. So I just kind of want to play Iris. So I'm just going to play whoever I want while we talk about this. It doesn't have anything to do with any of the changes or anything. Obviously, you should get in some games while you can with Iris's gun because it's going to change. I don't know. That's probably the only change I'm not really happy about is I like Iris's gun as it is now. I think she's better for sustained damage. I think that her gun in 5v5 isn't very good. But anyways, the majority of these changes are pretty crazy. It's going to flip T3 Arena on its head. It's going to change the game a significant amount.
3, 2,
and I don't know if everybody is ready for it. I know a lot of the content creators were like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. I can't believe they're doing this. But no second ability, or no second ultimate ability, right? You now have just, oh, what? I must have been not paying attention. But anyway, so no second ability. We'll play a little OSAS next after this or something like that maybe. But no second ability for your ultimate. You have a second ability in general. See if we can't try to help out our buddy here. Alright, so we'll stay by this injury. And now that we have no second ultimate, it doesn't really matter. So like Iris never got a second ultimate, and I was honestly curious because, you know, what are they going to do? Because they can't give her another healing ultimate because it's just either not going to be as good as the other one or it's going to be better, and then you only use one ultimate anyway. But what they're going to do is give everybody a second ability. So if you guys don't know, she has a second ability in 5v5, and that's pretty crazy. So second abilities, no second ultimates. And just that change alone is enough to make you go, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on with T3? And it's honestly pretty crazy. The other change that I want to talk about is something I don't really have gameplay for, and that is the new ranked system. We were allowed to test out the build, but unfortunately, because of how crazy school has been, I literally barely have time for this video, much less getting onto a specific server and trying out all the changes, and I just don't have the ability to do it, unfortunately. So just letting you guys know that ahead of time, that is why we're just kind of playing the game. But 5v5 is now the ranked playlist. Like 5v5 is no longer, or 3v3 is no longer what ranked is in. It's just 5v5, which is crazy in itself because I honestly am not really a fan of 5v5 coming to ranked with all these abilities and every hero when they're not gonna change pubs, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna make them so drastically different, especially with hero switching, that, you know, pubs is gonna be just as crazy as ranked. Now, I'm hoping I'm kind of wrong about that because we can't really tell if that's the case yet. Oh shoot, Hualing. Yep, I knew she was gonna kill me. Here, we'll change over to Osas real quick. Anyways, so ranked is gonna be 5v5 now, which is it's just insane. I think for the longevity of the game, it's gonna be healthier. You know, I think 5v5 is better for ranked health in general, especially with the switching mechanic. Because I'll be honest with you, you guys know that I hate the switching mechanic, and I would say that I think I don't hate the switching mechanic in 5v5. So it's kind of hard to concentrate on these shots. I'll probably actually pick a different hero after this, but yeah, we're gonna go let him kill me because I don't want to play Osas while we're talking about so much crazy stuff. There's probably nobody even over there. Yeah, there's nobody over there. I don't even know what I'm doing now. Alright, here we go. Do a little bit of shell. So 5v5 is now the ranked playlist. It's crazy. I think it's going to be really hectic, but I think it's going to be a lot more balanced in terms of, you know, you're not just going to jump into a match and just lose like crazy. I don't think that's going to happen as much. And I think it's going to make ranked a lot healthier. It's going to make it a lot more strategy based. And it's going to make the hero switching kind of take a back seat, because I would say that if you have a certain team and the enemy has a certain team, you only have a few options, and with 5 picks, if I change from Iris to Shell, it's not going to be as much of a change than if I would change from, you know, Iris to Chemist or something like that. So the hero switching is not going to be as big of a deal anymore, and I think that it's going to be healthier for the game. So we'll jump into another match here after this, but that is one of the crazy changes that I was honestly not expecting, because I knew they were going to lean into 5v5 pretty heavily because of how easy it is to balance the heroes, and that's one of the things I said, is that balancing the heroes is kind of what 5v5 is made for. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach certain heroes and how they handle heroes that maybe aren't as strong in 5v5, because let's look at Mark, right? We'll jump into some gameplay with Mark. His first ultimate is garbage. His second ultimate is really awesome, but it's going to be leaving the game. And that's where I kind of hit a wall, and I'm like, you know, maybe this isn't the best, because a lot of heroes have really good second ultimates, and their first ultimate is garbage. So they're really going to have to look at heroes, and balancing is going to be way more crucial than it was before, even if it's going to be easier. So we'll jump into this match with Mark with his first ultimate, and I'll just show you I'm basically not going to get any use out of my first ultimate because it's not very useful. So that is one of the things I'm concerned about the most, is the hero balancing. For instance, we'll play him a little bit later in this match maybe, but Johnny Jet is going to be, like, he's good for control and being on the payload, but he has so many counters that he's not going to be very useful, especially in 5v5 when a majority of people, like, you can run a counter for Johnny without even trying to run a counter for Johnny, and the other team's just never going to pick him because there's so much else to, like, so much else to focus on. And you're going to see a lot more heroes with, like, that splash damage in matches, because it's going to be so hectic in 5v5 that you need to have, you know, you need to have splash damage so that you can actually do damage to these heroes, and maybe deal damage to multiple heroes at once. Because the whole point is, if they're going to all stay bunched up together, a hero that has, like, a grenade ability or something is going to be very, very strong. Like Judix, imagine throwing a Judix ult, right? And you throw your Judix ult on the center of the point, and there's 5 people on that point. You're going to basically get a team wipe, and heroes that have, you know, abilities like that are going to be a lot stronger. And I think it's going to be good for the health of the game in the long run, but it is going to be a major change for a lot of the community. I think a lot of the community is not going to like the change at first, and they're gonna freak out. So I think that the devs need to make sure that they are handling this with like a lot of caution.
Triple kill.
And we're popping off with Mark even though we're losing, but the whole point of this video is to kind of show you guys what's coming, well, tell you guys what's coming, and kind of warn you, because I think a lot of people are not really aware of how drastic the changes are going to be, and I think that's going to scare a lot of people away from the game. Now, maybe not permanently, I think a lot of people will come back, but I think a lot of people are going to not really enjoy the changes because they feel like the game is changing for the worse. You know, they're like, oh, I don't like these changes, I want to be able to play 3v3 in ranked and stuff. Like, for instance, I actually love Clash. I love Clash. I think that's an awesome game mode for ranked. Oh, she got the health. Okay. Anyways, I think that's an awesome game mode for ranked, and I'm really sad to see it go because I love it. Oh, here, we'll change the ultimate. We didn't get there in time. But it's going to be a crazy change with ranked because ranked is going to be basically completely different. We're dead here. But let's see if we can't escape. Come on. Oh, I'm just running into the wall. Oh my gosh, I can't even steer my character, you guys. Oh man. It is difficult to talk about all this without dying because I'm trying to concentrate a little bit, but I think it's going to be good for the health of the game in the long run. So for the few of you that watch my channel, just don't freak out. Like, give it a bit. Like, give it a minute. You know, it's not going to be as bad as you're probably thinking. I think it's going to be healthy for the game in the long run. Like I said, it's going to make all the heroes very unique. So each hero is going to have their specific use in all these modes.
The rule is absolute.
Ooh, are we dead here? Yeah, we're dead here. Anyways, it's going to make all the heroes unique. They're going to be very useful. We are concerned about queue times for ranked because they're trying to make changes to the MMR. I think we're dead here. Yeah, he's gonna... We almost got him. I think we would have got him without the Sindri there. But it's going to make it a lot harder for people to rank up, I think, because in my experience, 5v5, I usually win if my team is good, lose if my team is good. It's very team-based, and I honestly don't think that it's going to be as easy to win, because if you think about 3v3, right? Look at that triple kill, we're the best. Look at this. Maybe I should main Diggy, but if you think about it, your skill in 3v3 can carry a team, especially through a mode like Clash or something, for instance. If you're really good, you can clutch up and you can win a rank game. And I think that is not going to be present in 5v5. I think it's going to be a lot harder to win games. I think if you do win, it's going to be not fully based on luck, but very much so based on luck. I think you're going to be like, oh my gosh, we were so close to winning that 5v5 match, but they just had more tanks and our team wasn't willing to play tanks or something like that. So I think it's going to make ranked a lot worse to lose, and I hope that they introduce some changes to ranked and to the rewards. The rewards track, like how many rewards you get and how much you are punished for losing, how much each win is worth. I think that's going to be the main thing you're going to see is the ranked system is going to need a lot of changes. I mean, I dropped 15 kills and we still didn't win. And, you know, imagine having a second ability. Like, that's going to be a lot. It's going to be hard for some mobile players like me. I got short thumbs. It's going to be very difficult for me to actually jump into a match and have all those abilities and no second ultimates. And then you look at ranked. Ranked is going to be 5v5, which is absolutely crazy. So, like, what's the point of the 5v5 playlist? It's going to be a lot of changes. And I'm just going to stick around for it and kind of let it settle before I'm like, oh, I hate this change or I like this change. But from what we have been talking about and from how my opinions work when I play this game, I think it's going to be better in the long run, but I think it's going to really freak me out getting used to all the changes. Like, I mean, how many heroes do we have? 28, I think? 26 heroes. And not all of them even have a second ability. Some of them don't have second ultimates, which is fine because those are going away anyway. But I think you're going to see a lot of people like Hunter. What's his second ability going to be? He's already busted. He doesn't need a second ultimate. He doesn't need a second ability. He needs nerfed, right? You look at Iris. Iris is crazy good if you play her right, but they changed her gun, and so her gun's not as good. And she has a second ability, which I believe gives a damage boost to whoever you're shooting at, which is going to be really cool. You know, how do those abilities work in 3v3 versus 5v5? And I think if they don't do the balance changes right, 3v3 is going to be way different than 5v5. And it's either going to ruin 3v3 or it's going to make 3v3 so competitive that it's going to be a grind. And I'm not looking forward to that at all. It's just not something I'm necessarily excited for, as far as like they're changing my favorite hero. You know what I mean? They are taking Iris, they're changing her. I don't like the fact that they're changing her gun. I hate the new gun. I love the old gun where it's a constant rate of fire like it is right now. You know, 50 ammo capacity, 24 damage per shot. And I don't know, it's crazy, you know? I have to be unbiased because if I were to just go based off of like, who are they changing? Well, they're basically nerfing all the heroes that I like and making it impossible for me to play them in even a competitive scene, but also the pubs. I don't want to have to play Hunter. I want to be able to play Johnny Jet in 3v3 and 5v5. And so that's always been my major concern, is balance. But you guys can let me know what you think. Obviously, you watch somebody else's video that actually has footage of the changes, because I don't, and that's the worst part about this video, is you guys are kind of going in blind. All I can do is hopefully explain it to you the best of my abilities, and maybe that'll be enough for you guys. I honestly cannot remember if there's going to be a mid-season hero. That's one of the things I want, is a support hero, which would be really cool. And I'll just tell you guys right now, I don't even know if there's going to be a mid-season hero, and I think that with the amount of changes they have, there probably won't be. And if there is, it's going to be crazy, because they're going to come in to a brand new game essentially. So I'm hoping that they already made the hero with these changes in mind, so that the hero comes in and fits into this new 5v5 ranked second ability, no second ultimate, you know, that niche. And I think that the new hero, if they do one, will have to fit just right, especially the Battle Pass hero in the next Battle Pass. If they don't do a mid-season hero, they're going to need to fit in like the perfect way. Because if you just took, right, you just take somebody like Diggy, right? Her first ultimate is garbage. It's not very good. You never see anybody use it, honestly. And she's very hard to use if you don't have the particle mending. You know, she's a very niche hero, and she needs the second ability to be good. Especially if you're going to get rid of her Cosmo barrier, she has to have a good second ability. And that second ability needs to be a movement ability of some kind to help her close the gap. So you have a hero who's in a somewhat decent spot right now, but with these changes, if she does not get the right second ability, she will not be usable. She will be another Johnny Jet that you just use for fun. And that is my main concern. Nothing against the devs or anything like that. I'm sure they're going to do a great job balancing these heroes, but that's where I get a little freaked out, is with the hero balance. You know, you have 26 heroes that are all going to get major changes, and they also have to make each one viable in their own way. So those are kind of my thoughts on the new update. Make sure you guys watch somebody that actually has footage, because I'm literally just going to go straight to homework after I record my videos for today. No video on Saturday. Again, sorry about that. But hopefully after finals week, I've still got 2 or 3 weeks of school, we'll be back into a little bit of a groove, and we'll be able to record more videos for you guys. So sorry for the long one. I know this is like a very talkative video, but let me know down in the comments what you guys' thoughts are. Have a good day.